Hello everyone, thanks for stopping in. This is just a follow-up to my video I made the other day. I know the community's kind of in a buzz over the keynote for NVIDIA's RTX 4000 series. Lots of people are excited, lots of people are frustrated, a mix of both. Uh, so we're starting to get a little bit more information coming out now. We're on videocards.com, which is a great website. They generally have pretty good information and stories, and the community is usually pretty active as far as commenting and sharing information on their discussion threads. But anyway, so yeah, it's been pretty tumultuous couple days, I guess we should say. I really think the overwhelming tone that I'm seeing is a lot of people are super frustrated, super fed up. My only reservation is that going to actually materialize into people buying the competition maybe for the first time ever? Because I think if this happens and Nvidia just makes as much money as ever, market share stays as high as it ever is, what lessons have they learned? So I know a lot of you are frustrated at the pricing, withholding DLSS 3.0, withholding that back on the 4000 series when, heck, you've been a loyal customer, maybe ever since Pascal or Fermi, and you just bought an RTX 3000 card 6 months ago, and hey, where's my DLS 3.0? So yeah, a lot of people have quite a mixed emotions, and maybe you're excited for it. Hey, far be it for me to tell someone how to feel about that. I mean, it's exciting because it's new tech pushing the boundary forward, but sometimes we just got to take a look at the larger picture. And that gets back to my point: is a lot of people seem frustrated, but is that same person venting frustration now only to go ahead and purchase an NVIDIA card 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you know? And only thing that they listen to is the bottom line. And if enough people say, you know what, I'm fed up with it, I'm frustrated with it, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, I'm gonna buy a Team Radeon cards this time, and that is what gets their attention. And I know a lot of people are, of course, like myself, waiting for the RDNA 3 announcement. I'm hopeful. Radeon 6000 cards are amazing. I have a 6900 XT, 6700 XT. I ran a couple others, and excellent cards, excellent cards. The 6600 non-XT is one of the best 1080p budget cards currently out there. So, a lot of people are excited about that. I'm cautiously optimistic in the point of, yes, I think the price for performance will be better on Team Radeon's side. But at the end of the day, I don't believe these cards are going to be cheap. Now, we had some information coming out that AMD is able to, bring these cards under cost a little bit better than Nvidia. So I look for prices to be cheaper, but how much? That's the golden question, right? Will we see $200 to $300 price difference? I mean, this would be the time for Team Radeon and AMD to really drive it home. Trim the belts up a little bit, tighten the belts, and go ahead and drive really competitive prices. So somebody can say, hey, you know what? This is the first time I ever bought a Radeon card. I've been fed up with Nvidia. I bought it at a great price. Hey, you know what? I'm really happy with my card. And so he tells somebody, and somebody to, so on and so forth. And that's how we can start seeing real change, because unless they don't make enough money, unless they don't move the cars that they want to, there is no incentive for Nvidia to do any different. And frankly, their stranglehold on the graphics market is now starting to bear bad fruit for gamers. We're seeing prices skyrocket, so you know, the only thing that you can correct something like that generally in the market is healthy competition. So I encourage you, if you're not, if you've never bought a Radeon card, or you're probably not going to, just, just doesn't hurt to wait to see what Radeon has to offer. And then, as we know, sometimes there's the case, NVIDIA may correct pricing. They may drop their pricing down 100, 200 bucks or so. So even if you do buy your NVIDIA card, you may eventually save yourself a couple $100 just by waiting, and just by having that strong competition. If they see that their cards are underperforming in sales, they see Radeon is doing well, they will also reduce price, and they may decide to move DLSS 3.0 over to 20 and 30 series cards. So, we'll have to see about that. So, moving on real quick, WCCF Tech this morning put out a video and, an article where we got a little bit of apples to apples on the 3090 versus the 4090, where they showed the 4090 running Cyberpunk 2077. I believe it was 1440p, and it was Psycho ray tracing, not the new ray tracing uh, mode that's going to be coming, but the one that's currently in the game. No DLSS, so knowing that 3.0 versus 2.0, jumping through hoops to try to figure that out. But anyway, the 4090 achieved an average FPS of 59 FPS. And so WCCF Tech used the same hardware and with a 3090 Ti, and they were able to bring out 37.2 FPS. So 4090 is 59, and the 3090 Ti is 37.2. So, is that 2 and 4 times? No. And, NVIDIA loves Cyberpunk 2077. The NVIDIA cards perform very well. We very well could see those margins shrink in other titles, where the 3090 may perform even closer to the 4090, potentially even more so in rasterization. The 4090 is sporting next generation tensor cores and RT cores, to where the 3090 has, quote unquote, last generation ray tracing cores and tensor core technology. So that'll be interesting going forward to see how that shakes out. Uh, in the meantime, maybe we'll get a little bit more benchmarks will leak out. Maybe some straight rasterization benchmarks will leak out, and we'll have a better idea. Maybe we'll get some more information as far as what Team Radeon is going to do. Some pricing information on that would be great. So, yeah, anyway, just wanted to run through this, guys, and say hello. And I hope you have an awesome Friday and a great weekend, and enjoy talking tech.